$4.1 billion of inflows into BlackRock's ETF honeypot. Did the Trump trade just kick off the next leg of the bull run? Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea, hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's Pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse through the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the winds blow. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni bringing the data. The FOMO index has jumped up to 77 from yesterday's 70. Bitcoin dominance is 58.9%. 24-hour volumes, 154 billion. The overall market cap, 2.51 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, the ticker and the tech in bullish lockstep continue to trend up. After Tuesday's massive pump, we spent a decent portion of the day in consolidation, but she had a little more bullish prowess in her, and we inched up a tad, peaking out at 76.4 and has feathered back down to a time of production 75K. Now first the fibs. Under normal market conditions, we'd likely see a retracement down as buyers cool off. That would most likely be at first the 23.6% fib around 74K. Failing a bounce, we could see the 38.2% fib at 72.8. And if she's so darn tootin', maybe we throw a wick down to retest our last support level, 71.4, which is in the tailwindy and loving arms of the 20 moving average. But we've also carved up the cutest little bull flag we ever done gone and saw, and the price probability of this pattern is in. Sing it with me now. Oh, you take the bull, you slide it all, the breakout point, and then we're all at 82.6-ish. Shakira, now over on the ding-dong. You can see we did carve out our third largest candle in 4 years, clocking in a $6,100 gain. Our second biggest candle of this 8-month chop suey, our Japan carry trade recovery candle back on August 8th, was slightly bigger, clocking in a $6,600 day. Then the only time we saw a bigger daily candle than that was way back on February 8th, 2021, where we clocked in a $7,600 candle on our way up to our first all-time high, the 2021 bull run. Some probable fibs on this chart would be first the 23.6% fib down at our channel support level of 73.5, giving it double word bearish score. And if she's so darn tootin', maybe even the 38.2% fib down at 72.5. Under normal market conditions, a breather retracement would be absolutely normal and expected, but there is a chance we do catch a perpetual bid now that BlackRock is pulling away from all the other ETFs. We may see a little game theory buy action moving into this next phase of the bull run, a phase that for some of you will be absolutely life-changing. Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days. Yeah, we're lucky enough to have anyway, so get out there and knock them dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. I'll run the banks of boom to spang. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, oh. Absolutely life-changing, maybe for some who have been in the trenches for years, hodling, I suppose. 1 million Bitcoin hoovered up by the ETFs. It roughly, I think it's about 65 billion. We're so desensitized, or at least I am, from what $1 billion is now. When I hear 65 billion, I'm like, really? It's only 65 billion to hoover up 1 million Bitcoin? Is the math right? Is that possibly right? It doesn't seem right because I'm so desensitized to what $1 billion is. And I think, well, is it $65 billion to get 1 million Bitcoin? That's it? Didn't sleepy senile Joe send like double that to Ukraine just in the past couple of years? That could have completely restored the U.S. economy. Just had he just put double that into Bitcoin? It's just 65 billion. To me, when I think of what 1 million Bitcoin would cost, it'd be like, well, no country has that, could ever print that much money. Apparently it's only 65 billion. It doesn't seem like a lot. 65 billion, 1 million. So let me take a look at it. 1 million Bitcoin in the ETF. Let's call the supply, let's go out to 2140 and say that it's over. There's no more Bitcoin being mined. How many are lost? Let's edge on the side of calamity. Let's go 5 billion or 5 billion. Let's go 5 million by the time all said and done is lost. So I don't know what 6 billion, 16 billion, 16 what? Now I can't stop saying billion. 16 million Bitcoins left. The ETFs right now almost have 1 million. So that's a little less than 10%. What is 10%? 1.6 million. 1.6 million is 10% of the entire supply that'll ever be. There'll be no more. And instead of sending it overseas twice, 3 times, maybe, I don't know. I feel like they've sent over 200 billion, something like that. Let's just go 3 times. What is that? 3%? That would be 3 million. That'd be 20% of the Bitcoin supply would be owned by the American government. Talk about moving into the future with power. That's for sure. Unbelievable that money could have went to that. Well, maybe it will. Who knows? Maybe good old Trump will get in there and make it the Treasury Reserve, like he said. There's a bunch of things. That's the interesting thing about politics, right? So up here in the Maple Curtain, one of our psychopaths who's on the other wing of the bird was saying that he was going to fire all WEF members. And I actually think he's one. He could be one, right? He might have to fire himself. So we'll see when the things come in. Was Russ Albright, right? Day one. Treasury Reserve, not Treasury Reserve. He fudged the words. I remember in the Bitcoin conference when he said it, he massaged the words, so it wasn't a treasury reserve. It was more like some reserve asset of sorts, but it wasn't the phrase we were looking for. We were waiting for. We were all kind of like, I will take it, but it didn't have the pa that we really needed. But he said those things, so we'll see if it happens. I think most people, besides it becoming a treasury asset, is looking forward to bye Gary, bye. That will be it will feel good in our soul. It will feel good. It'll feel like the biggest win we may have ever got so far is that he sacks Gary Gensler. And it would be a nice little public, if it was a public sacking, if that's even possible. Just publicly sack him. Maybe stage an interview. Publicly sack him. It'd be nice. It would almost be like a pressure valve. It would just relieve so much pressure that's been building up in this. You're fired. You wouldn't see that the serpent would eat its tail, and then I would go back and is this my simulation that Trump actually says, Gary, you're fired? It would be so perfect. Yeah, public sacking for Gary Gensler. It would make it all worth it, really. Even if we have a diminished bull run, I'll take a Gary Gensler public sacking as well. Now, will we have put some music on here. Will we have a diminished bull run? There's a lot of talk that there will be. I'm getting serious here. There's a lot of talk that there will be a diminished bull run. And this is a couple points where I think that leads to contradicting that aspect. So when we had this is the daily chart, the 6100 candle. And we're all talking about God candles, right? The green God candle. And so in the past 4 years, this is in the group of God candles. There was this one, the Japan carry trade on August 8th, which was more, 6,600. And then you got to go all the way back to the run-up of the first all-time high, 2021 bull run, which was 7,600. So in these 4 years, we've only seen the biggest is a $7,600 candle. Now, this is why I think the diminishing returns aspect may be a little bit of a economic red herring, because the amount of money needed to push this candle up from 69, was it? Yeah, 69 to 76. It takes a lot more money to move the needle when we're up at this altitude, right? So what was it when we go back to that bull run here? Check out what the price was. It's noisy. My premium trading view is coming to an end. I'm wondering, do I get it again? I mean, all I get it for is to do these live streams. I don't really use it. I use the same charts. I don't need these ones to go back and forth. Where am I here? God damn, let's go. Speed it up. There it is. So this is February 8th, 2021. We went from 38. So now I'd hazard to guess 38 to 46. It was roughly $7,600. But we are at half the price. It doesn't take as much economic oompah to move it back then. So I would argue that yesterday's candle, it would still be it would still be second fiddle to the carry trade, because we're back here. What were we in the carry trade? 55 to 61. Geez, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't mind being wrong. I'm wrong all the time. In fact, all I do is spend most of my time hoping I'm wrong, because the outcomes of my assumptions and theories aren't pleasant, right? So I'm always like, oh, but hopefully I'm
Hopefully I'm wrong about it. But for this case, I'm going to say that this is probably the most bullish candle that we've had in 3 years, based on the amount of money that it would take to push that price up. Even back in the Japan carry trade recovery, that was 6,600, but we're $20,000 below. Well, not 20, 15,000. So I think if you net even it out, I think yesterday's candle might have been the biggest candle in 4 years. Took me a while to get there. I wasn't even sure what the hell I was talking about there for a while. Then I did the math. You got to remember, it takes more money to move it here. That's why a lot of people say we'll have a diminished bull run. Now, I was also thinking, Kirk, is it too late to invest? Here's the funny thing. I've had a couple people in my life ape in the past week or so. And I told them the same thing I tell everyone. It's like, this may be, obviously, when it was 16K and I was telling everyone in my life to buy Bitcoin, obviously that was a little better. But when we're right at the edge of the parabolic bull run, this really is probably, if you got in now, if you're a normie somewhere and you're getting in now, you'll probably look back and think that this was the luckiest purchase of your life, because they're going to get in now and then it's going to take off. They're going to be like, holy shit, this Bitcoin is amazing, right? Not knowing that, all of us have been in in here for the past 3 years in a sideways market, in a bare winter. We know what it takes. Now we're going to experience, 16 days of complete upwards Xanadu and euphoria, and then boom, back into the crypto winter sideways action. But that's okay. That's okay, because it's exponential gains. Exponential gains from here. So Kirk, yeah, I would say that if you were to buy now, everyone would consider yourself so lucky, or consider you lucky. How did you get in? How did you know it was the exponential bull run? Well, maybe you didn't, but it's safe to say, look at this. Look at, if we go to the monthly chart, we just broke out. This is the breakout. And if we get really smaller, we can see this mother of all cup and handle patterns right there. That's it. This is when I say we've been waiting, Kirk, or anyone who's in here new. We've been waiting since here. That was November 2021. In denial. Then we start sickening. Oh, okay, we're in the bare winter. And then we sat there and we had a little bit of pump, and now we're here. We're getting ready right here. Kirk is the same as right here. So we are right here in this cycle. This is, if we were to go back to the old cycle, we'd be right here awaiting this massive run up. That's where we are right now. And the people that I've kind of talked to, and I don't know what it was that made them all of a sudden, because it's not like, you have to know that the people that I talk to, I don't talk to a lot of people really, but the people that I do talk to, I always say the same. You can imagine I barely shut up about it, right? And it's not like I ever ease up. I've been telling them this whole time, it's still a good time. Even when 16 doubled to 36, I was still like, it's still a great time to buy them. And now it's right at the foot of the bull run. It's still an amazing time to buy. Where you always sneak up? Oh, and there is the reverb. What's up, buddy?
Okay.
How you doing? Let's be careful here. All righty. Well, what are you going to play? How about some, let's get a little musical wormhole in everyone's ear so they spend the whole day singing a catchy little riff. How about Astrology for Men?
Let's do some noodles, aka Astrology for Men. Let's do some noodles, aka Astrology for Men. I saw a cup and handle pattern Matty, whatever that means. Let's do some doodles, aka start with G for men. Let's do some doodles, aka start with G for men. I'm looking at a triple top.
Triple top.
I saw the RI is overbought.
A little overheated, yeah.
I'm looking at a spinning top candle. Some people call it a doji.
A doji?
Whatever that means. Let's do some doodles, aka start with G for men.
Oh, those kooky little lines. I forgot you put in that fancy little deceptive chord. One more song to take the good peeps out. If they haven't got that stuck in their head, guess what they're going to get stuck in their head now? FOMO at the top.
FOMOing at the top. Couldn't stop myself. FOMOing at the top. Couldn't, now I'm down a lot. A shooter held car. The resistance became support. A shooter held car. The resistance became support. Everybody's jumping off a bridge. All my friends are doing drugs. Everybody's cracking beers in the foot. I suppose I shouldn't care. Is everyone telling me I'm missing out? Them in their rougher boats, I couldn't take it. I'm FOMOing at the top. Couldn't stop myself. FOMOing at the top. Now I'm down a lot.
Pockets.
A shooter held course. The resistance became support. A shooter held course. The resistance became support.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this